Are you brave enough to visit the most haunted places on Earth? The places where the veil between our world and the other side is thin, where the echoes of past tragedies linger and unseen entities roam? This video takes you on a spine-chilling journey to the top 10 most haunted locations around the globe, places so terrifying they'll make your blood run cold. Get ready to delve into the dark history of these locations, uncover spooky facts that will send shivers down your spine, and understand why these places are feared by even the most hardened skeptics. From ancient prisons to abandoned asylums, we're diving headfirst into the unknown. Prepare yourself, because what you're about to see might just change the way you look at the world. Buckle up, because this is going to be one heck of a ride. Alright, let's kick things off with a location that practically oozes history and haunts the Tower of London. This place has seen it all, folks. We're talking centuries of imprisonment, torture, and executions. Royalty, traitors, martyrs, their blood soaked the very ground we walk on. Imagine the anguish, the despair, the raw energy trapped within those stone walls. No wonder this place is crawling with restless spirits. People have seen Anne Boleyn, one of Henry VIII's unfortunate wives, wandering the tower, still searching for her lost head. And then, there's the chilling tale of the two young princes murdered in their sleep, their ghosts forever frozen in childhood, playing in the shadows. The stories are endless, the energy palpable. You can practically feel the weight of history pressing down, heavy with the sorrow of the past. Hold on to your hats, folks, because we're heading to the Rocky Mountains, to a place that inspired one of the most terrifying horror stories ever told, the Stanley Hotel. This grand old building is more than just a pretty facade. It was here that Stephen King, the master of horror himself, dreamt up The Shining. He stayed in room 217, and let me tell you, that room has a reputation. Guests have reported flickering lights, disembodied laughter, and the feeling of being watched. Some even claim to have seen the ghosts of children playing in the hallways, their laughter echoing through the empty corridors. But it's not just room 217, the whole hotel is a hotbed of paranormal activity. The former owner F.O. Stanley and his wife Flora are said to still roam the halls, going about their daily business as if they never left. Could it be the isolation, the sheer age of the building that attracts these entities? Or is there something more sinister at play? Get ready for a dose of true darkness as we enter the decaying walls of Eastern State Penitentiary. This place was once a symbol of reform, a revolutionary prison designed to rehabilitate criminals through solitary confinement. But the isolation, the silence, it drove men mad, and now their tortured souls remain trapped within these crumbling walls. Shadowy figures lurk in the cell blocks, disembodied voices whisper through the corridors. Visitors have reported feeling cold spots, sudden drops in temperature, and overwhelming feelings of dread. It's like the suffering of the past is etched into the very fabric of the building. One of the most haunted areas is cell block 12, where ghostly faces have been seen peering from the empty cells. Some believe these are the tormented spirits of prisoners driven mad by the isolation, unable to find peace even in death. The energy here is oppressive, heavy with the weight of untold suffering. We're going underground now, deep beneath the bustling streets of Paris, into a labyrinth of bones and darkness, the catacombs of Paris. Imagine, miles and miles of tunnels lined with the skeletal remains of over 6 million Parisians. The air is thick with the dust of the dead, the silence broken only by the drip, drip, drip of water seeping through the ancient stone. It's a place that messes with your head, man. The sheer scale of it, the overwhelming presence of death, it's enough to make anyone feel uneasy. But for some, it's more than just an eerie feeling. They report seeing apparitions, feeling cold hands brush against their skin, hearing whispers echoing through the darkness. Some say these are the souls of the displaced, disturbed by the desecration of their final resting place. Others believe it's the energy of so many souls concentrated in one place, creating a vortex of paranormal activity. Whatever the reason, the catacombs of Paris remain a chilling testament to our mortality, a place where the veil between life and death seems thin indeed. Hold your breath as we journey to Poveglia Island, a place so steeped in death and despair it's been dubbed the most haunted island in the world. This small island off the coast of Venice has a history that will make your skin crawl. It was a quarantine zone for plague victims, a dumping ground for the dead, and later the site of a mental asylum. Thousands upon thousands met their end on this island, their souls forever intertwined with its tragic history. The energy here is palpable, a thick, oppressive blanket of sorrow and suffering. People have reported hearing screams echoing across the empty island, seeing shadowy figures lurking in the abandoned buildings, and feeling an overwhelming sense of dread. The soil itself is said to be composed of 50% human ash, a grim reminder of the countless souls who perished here. It's no wonder Poveglia is considered cursed, a place where the living are unwelcome and the dead refuse to rest. Prepare to enter a place of profound sadness and eerie beauty, the Aokigahara forest at the base of Mount Fuji. Known as the Suicide Forest, this dense woodland has a tragic history, a place where many have chosen to end their lives. The silence is deafening, broken only by the wind rustling through the trees, and the air hangs heavy with an unspoken sorrow. The energy here is different than in other haunted locations. It's not necessarily malevolent, but it's undeniably heavy, a weight that settles on your soul. People have reported feeling a sense of unease, of being watched, of being drawn deeper into the forest's embrace. Some claim to have seen ghostly figures wandering through the trees, lost souls searching for peace they couldn't find in life. It's a place that demands respect, a somber reminder of the fragility of life and the enduring power of despair. The Aokigahara forest is a chilling testament to the darkness that can reside within the human heart, and the haunting beauty that can bloom even in the face of tragedy. Get ready for a true Southern Gothic nightmare as we step into the Myrtles Plantation, one of the most haunted homes in America. This grand old mansion drips with history, but it's a history stained with tragedy and bloodshed. 10 murders are said to have occurred within its walls, and the restless spirits of the victims still roam the halls. One of the most famous ghosts is Chloe, a slave who was allegedly hanged from a chandelier. Her mournful presence is felt throughout the house, and people have reported seeing her reflection in mirrors and windows. Children have also been seen playing on the grounds, their laughter echoing through the empty rooms, a chilling reminder of the young lives lost within these walls. But it's not just the ghostly encounters that make the Myrtles Plantation so unsettling. There's a palpable energy here, a heaviness that hangs in the air, a sense that the past is forever present. It's as if the walls themselves are whispering secrets, tales of love, betrayal, and ultimately death. Nestled amidst the breathtaking beauty of the Canadian Rockies, the Banff Springs Hotel stands as a majestic castle, but beneath its opulent facade lies a chilling history of hauntings. For over a century, guests and staff have reported spine-tingling encounters with the supernatural, cementing its reputation as one of the most haunted hotels in the world. The most famous resident is the ghost of a bride who met a tragic end on her wedding day, falling down a flight of stairs in her flowing gown. She's often seen dancing in the ballroom, her white dress swirling as she glides across the floor, forever longing for her lost happiness. Another unsettling presence is that of a former bellhop, Sam Macaulay, who continues to serve guests even in death. He's been known to help guests with their luggage, even unlocking doors, disappearing as quickly as he appeared. But it's not just individual spirits that haunt this grand hotel. An eerie feeling pervades the entire building, a sense that you're constantly being watched, that you're not alone, even in the most secluded corners of this historic landmark. Journey with us to the deserted ruins of Bangar Fort in India, a place so haunted that the Indian government has forbidden entry after sunset. Legend has it that a sorcerer's curse befell the fort, leading to its downfall and the death of all its inhabitants. Their souls, trapped within the ruined walls, are said to wander the grounds, seeking solace that eludes them. As you walk through the crumbling archways and deserted courtyards, an unsettling silence hangs heavy in the air, broken only by the rustle of wind through the overgrown vegetation. Shadows stretch long and deep, and an eerie feeling of being watched pervades every corner of this abandoned city. Locals tell tales of ghostly apparitions, disembodied voices whispering on the wind, and strange, unexplainable occurrences that defy logic. Some believe the curse is still active, that the spirits of the fort's former residents are forever bound to this desolate place, their anguish echoing through the centuries. Our final stop takes us to the Whaley House in San Diego, California, a beautiful but deeply troubled home with a long history of paranormal activity. Built on land that was once a graveyard, this house has been witness to a family's tragedies, their sorrow seeping into the very foundation of the building. The Whaley family experienced loss, financial ruin, and even death within these walls, their anguish becoming intertwined with the fabric of the house. Visitors have reported seeing the ghost of Thomas Whaley, the original owner, as well as his wife Anna and their children. Footsteps echo through the empty halls, doors slam shut on their own, and disembodied voices whisper secrets on the wind. There's a pervasive feeling of sadness within the house, a weight that settles on your chest as you walk through the rooms, a sense that you're intruding on a family's private grief. There you have it, folks. 10 of the most haunted places on Earth, each with its own chilling history, its own collection of ghostly tales, and its own unique brand of terror. We've journeyed from ancient towers to abandoned islands, from bustling cities to desolate forests, exploring the dark side of human history and the enduring power of the supernatural. But the question remains, are you brave enough to visit these locations? To stand in the presence of the unknown, to feel the chill of a ghostly touch, to hear the whispers of the dead? The choice is yours. But be warned, once you open yourself up to the world of the paranormal, there's no telling what you might encounter. Remember, the veil between our world and the other side is thin, and in these haunted locations, it's thinner than ever. So tread carefully, keep your eyes open, and always trust your gut. Because you never know what might be lurking in the shadows, watching you, waiting for you to cross over to their side.